All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The NHL 25 playoff simulation. I'm in playoff mode, which is a lot different than franchise mode. I can't actually simulate quickly. We got to go through each and every single individual game, but I want to see what NHL 25 has to say. We got the most recent roster updates. We're going to track some games, especially elimination games, but there are your 24-25 NHL playoffs, right? Now, EA Sports has already dropped a tweet or a post, whatever you want to call it, saying the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to win the Stanley Cup. We got that EA curse, baby. What was my prediction? The Edmonton Oilers or the Colorado Avalanche? I had a team from the West winning it. Oh, man. But again, once you get through the first round, who knows what happens next, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to go through this nice and slowly. I'm going to have to go through this every single game. Sim to the next game. There is no calendar. There is no calendar! EA Sports, damn it! I got to go through every single game like this. I can't even go to the box score. I can't go back. They didn't include any of the changes they made to franchise mode here in playoff mode. So I got to do this a bunch of times, ladies and gentlemen. The Vegas Golden Knights eliminated by the Minnesota Wild. Now, I had Vegas beating Minnesota in 6 games. I just feel like Vegas, come playoff time, they know how to get it done. Minnesota, until I see it, I don't believe it. Winnipeg and St. Louis. Elimination game, ladies and gentlemen. Sim to the next one. And the Winnipeg Jets defeat the St. Louis Blues in 6 games. Very nice. Washington and Montreal, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington Capitals defeat the Habs in 6 games. I think that's a legitimate one. I think the Habs are good enough for one win, and maybe they steal one in a second or double overtime, something like that. And in fact, they go up 2-1 in the series, and then Washington just walks them. 5 game 7s in the first round. Oh my God. All right. We're all on board for this. I told you the elimination games are going to be important. Leafs versus Ottawa. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. What can happen? Home ice advantage. First period. All right, we're all tied up. Damn, shots 14-5. Come on, Berube. Get them playing, man. Second period. Oh! Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Mitch Marner, William Nylander, just like here in game number 1. OEL and Marner, man. Come on. Third period. It was 3-1. Third period. Oh, no! And the Toronto Maple Leafs, they fail up 3-1 in game 7, and they lose. Oh, no. Marner's gone. Bye-bye. Marner's walking. Bye-bye, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Bye-bye, Domi. Bye-bye, Stallars. Bye-bye, oh my God. Look at the fans spamming their emotes right now. They can't believe it. Oh my gosh. All right, let's move on, emote wall. It is the Mikko Rantanen situation, right? So at the end of the day, who got the better end of this? Was Colorado going to be the ones laughing, or is it Mikko Rantanen? I'm kind of pulling for Mikko right here. So let's simulate and jump in. Let's see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. First period. Oh, that's Roope Hintz and Jamie Benn, right? The veteran, the leader over here. Can he get his first Stanley Cup? Second period. Oh, no. Nathan MacKinnon and Nichushkin. Oh, no. My boy, Nate MacKinnon. It's 3-2. Going into the third period. Oh, they tie it up. Sam Steele, ladies and gentlemen. It is overtime, game 7 between Colorado and Dallas. Here we go. One button push. Overtime. Oh! Jonathan Drouin scores the biggest goal of his NHL career on the power play. No doubt set up by Makar or Nate MacKinnon. Edmonton and LA, game 7. Is this going to be 4 years in a row, or will the LA Kings finally break through? Connor, what can you do? Game 7, Connor. First period. Oh my God, no. Mikey Anderson and Andre Kuz. That's a ball buster. 13 seconds left at the end of the first period. Damn, man. Second period. Oh, they get one. McDavid gets his team back. Another ball buster. Right at the end of the period. 1:26 left. Kevin Fiala reclaims the 2-goal advantage. It might be time for the LA Kings to defeat the Edmonton Oilers. Yes, it is. They shut him down. They shut it down. The defensive team, the LA Kings. McDavid only gets himself 1 point, and they finally get through. The LA Kings, way to go, man. The Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, game 7. Oh, man. Let's see who's got this one. Will the Florida Panthers get by the first round 3 years in a row here? Back to the Stanley Cup final. First period, 0-0. Bob versus Vasilevsky. Goaltenders from Russia. Second period, the Florida Panthers, Sam Bennett. Big goal, Sam Bennett. Third, is it enough? Oh, the Panthers are through. Brad Marchand gets the empty netter. Barkov, Semiskevich. Damn, the Bolts, it's over. The early 2020 Bolts have been surpassed by the other team in Florida, the Panthers. And last but not least, the Carolina Hurricanes up against the New Jersey Devils, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got here. Boom. First period. Carolina up 1-0. Andrei Svechnikov scoring on Markstrom. Come on, Sheldon Keefe. Game 7, Sheldon Keefe. I forgot about that. It's going to be Toronto out in 7 and Keefe out in 7. The way it's supposed to. Second period. Oh, Keefe. Oh, no. Sebastian Aho. Brett Pesce, the former Carolina Hurricane, right? He's scoring on his former team, but Sebastian Aho. Third period. Keefe. He got Keefed again. Toronto's out in Game 7. Sheldon Keefe is out in Game 7. So EA Sports has this as their Elite 8. The Ottawa Senators are going to tie it up at 2s, and Ovi is going to sweep the Hurricanes and get some time off before the conference finals. Let's go, Ovi. And in fact, Alex Ovechkin leading the league in points with 9 goals in 10 games played and 15 points. LA and Minnesota and the Wild are through. Matt Zuccarello leading their team in points. Zook, baby. The Minnesota Wild through. I got my prediction way off if that's the case. Florida are going to beat the Ottawa Senators. Sorry, Ottawa. You beat Toronto in round 1. You fall to the tough Florida Panthers in round number 2. So it's going to be Florida versus Washington. And then in the West, we're just waiting here. It's going to be Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. So let's jump in. The Winnipeg Jets up against the Colorado Avalanche. What do you guys think here? My boy, Nate McKinnon, Kyle Connor, or what about Connor Hellebuck, right? Are we going to get a Hellebuck game? First period. All right, the Winnipeg Jets. Kyle Connor, Barron, and Hellebuck not allowing anything with 15 shots on the net. Second period. Oh, Winnipeg, they're going to do it. It looks like Gustafson. Kyle Connor gets a second of the game, and Hellebuck, 27 shots against, no goals scored for the Avalanche. Sure as shit, that's got to be it. Third period. Yes, sir. And Connor Hellebuck answers back against all the critics. We have our final 4. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's going to be the Winnipeg Jets up against the Minnesota Wild and the Washington Capitals up against the Florida Panthers. Weird, man. Sim, the next game is going to be the Florida Panthers defeating the Washington Capitals in 5 games to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals for the 3rd year in a row. All right, so, this is elimination game, so let's jump in there. Game 6, the Winnipeg Jets, they are on the road. The Minnesota Wild, for the first time in franchise history, can make the Stanley Cup Finals. Come on, it's going to be some brand new team. First period, there it is. Mark Scheifele and Hayden Fleury. Connor Hellebuck having a good first period. Second period, the Wild break through on a goal from Yakov Trenin. A 1-goal game. Can Connor Hellebuck force Game 7? No! Sure, Drew Shore. Who? Holy shit, I'm going to just say his name is Drew. I don't know where I'm whipping that out from, but Shore scores. And we got overtime. Can the Wild get to the Stanley Cup Final, or do we have Game 7? Overtime, and the Minnesota Wild, oh my God, Gaudreau is going to score for the Wild, and for the first time in franchise history, the Minnesota Wild are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. So there you go, EA Sports, there's my simulation. It's the Minnesota Wild versus the Florida Panthers. If I gotta watch that final, oh my God, man, I might just go and watch another sport. Jesus, that would be terrible. No Canadian team. Oh. So here we go. We're going to simulate every single game here, all right? Let's see if we can find a hero here. I'll be nice and quick with it. Don't worry. First period, game number 1. Ooh, 2-2. Seth Jones, Barkov, Hartman, and Spurgeon. Second period, there's Florida, Marchand, and Lundell. Third period, and Bobrovsky, right? They get outshot 32-27, but the Florida Panthers just way too good. Been here, done that, right? They are the veteran team. So a 1-0 lead for the Florida Panthers. Simulate. Here we go again. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. First period, all right, 0-0. Second period, 2-2. Lundell, Hartman, and Rossi. So Hartman's got 2 goals. You might want to throw in Marc-Andre Fleury. Maybe that experience can actually pull through. Third period, oh, we're all tied up at 3. Brazeau ties it up late with a power play marker. Who's got the hero? Who's got the goal? Who's got the win on their stick? Overtime? We got a second overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, Minnesota needs this. They need to steal this game. Second overtime? Oh! Oh, it's Evan Rodriguez. Oh, that's a ball buster. Johnny, where is Kaprizov? He ain't showing up, buddy. I don't know what to make of it. The Minnesota Wild, they got to be lucky to just get to the finals, but now they're going up against a true contender. The Florida Panthers, the defending Stanley Cup champions, and they are getting worked. Back home, though, right? You're not in trouble until you lose on home ice. Can they win the next two? First period. All right, there you go. Is that the first time in this series the Minnesota Wild have been leading? Hinostroza, Zuccarello, and no Kaprizov. You guys are right. Second period. Oh, there you go. Johansson, Boldy gets 2. Minnesota gets 3. Florida gets 2, and they got a 2-goal advantage. All right, Minnesota, you got to hold on here, man. You got to get it done. Third period. They do get it done. Brock Faber, and there's life in Minnesota. Not in trouble till you lose on home ice, right? Let's see. Kirill, is he getting any kind of points here? Kaprizov. What the? Where's Kaprizov? Is he not playing? What? Hang on a second here. Where is he? Oh my God. Hang on. Where is he? How did the Minnesota Wild get to the finals? Is there injuries on in this shit? I don't even know, because I can't even take a look at the team. Hang on a second. Player stats. I can't even. What is this? Hang on. Player stats. That's the playoff stats. Team leaders. Yeah, you can't even look at the injury report. I don't think you can have injuries on right here. I went with the most recent roster updates. Oh my God. Minnesota Wild. Where are you? He's not even playing. How did the Minnesota Wild get to the final without Kaprizov? What is this? What is this? I'll back out afterwards and I'll try to find him. Whatever, man. Oh my God. Are you trying to screw us over, Johnny? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. We'll get to the bottom of this afterwards. What the fuck? Kaprizov isn't even there. First period. All right, here we go. The Florida Panthers should just walk home with this one, right? Oh my God. Jared Spurgeon scores shorthanded. Third period. Oh my God. Zuccarello. And without Kirill Kaprizov, the Minnesota Wild have tied the series up at 2. Oh yeah, you know that EA Sports Simulation. You know that was rigged. You know that they did not have a legit one here. I'm getting some wild-ass simulating. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are all tied up at 2. Going back to Florida. They are not in trouble anymore. They have taken it back. Florida, you're in trouble. Watch out. First period, the Panthers up 1-0 on a goal from Sam Reinhart. Second period, on a goal from Sam Reinhart. He's having himself a game. Can the Florida Panthers win here at home in Game 5? Yes, they can. Another goal by Evan Rodriguez. And the Panthers have put themselves one game away from winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. 3 in a row to the Cup final, and now back-to-back. Here we go. Home team is 5-0, Johnny. Holy shit. Can Minnesota, can they force a Game 7 without Kirill Kaprizov? First period. Oh, my God. Yakov Trenin and Matt Zuccarello. Zuccarello's going off, man. Second period. Oh, shit. Jesper Bachfist got it back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Stanley Cup. It's in the building. Third period. Oh! And the Minnesota Wild. Seth Jones ties it up, but Chisholm gets the game winner with 12 minutes to go, and we have a Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. A Game 7 with a Kirill Kaprizov-less Minnesota Wild. I don't believe what I'm witnessing here, ladies and gentlemen. So take your picks. It's going to go to Game 7 again. The second year in a row, Florida has to go to Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals. Brutal. They just can't get it done. The Minnesota Wild, a team of destiny right now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First period. Oh, the Florida Panthers. Sam Bennett. Oh, the referees. You guys are right. The referees. 2 power play goals. The referees want that Stanley Cup in the United States again, in the state of Florida, and they're handing out those power plays, man. Second period. Oh, no. They were up 4. 3 power play markers in an elimination Game 7. Oh, Minnesota, what have you done? Should have got Flower in there. Third period. Oh, they get back. They give it a go. 1-goal game for just less than 6 minutes, but it's not enough. And the Florida Panthers are your EA Sports NHL 25 prediction to win the Stanley Cup. There it is. So, EA, I used your sim engine as well, man. I used the most recent roster updates. What the hell happened? Exit without saving. I gotta see this. Hang on a second. I gotta see this. More active roster. All right. Active roster, online roster 4, updated April 8th. Where the fuck is Kaprizov? Hang on a second here. Hang on a second. Edit lines. Let me go to friggin' Minnesota. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if Kaprizov is not even on. He's scratched or some shit. And then there's no line changes because it's not franchise mode, it's playoff mode. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is he on the bench? Ah! Because they were probably, oh my god, they don't even get back in there. EA Sports. Hey, by the way, EA Sports, when you did your stupid ass simulation, did you have the roster updates with Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek on the goddamn bench, scratched in a system that wouldn't even edit the lines and update it? Oh my god. New game, new glitch. I literally cannot play this fucking game, GM mode, be a pro, and now offline fucking playoffs without running into some issue. All year long. We're in goddamn April, and I'm still finding new shit. EA Sports is in the game, all right. Terrible. Fuck me.